Welcome back, guys, to Mass Effect 3 as we go check on some other crew members and some weird mischief that's going on with EDI taking control of Dr. Eva's body and about to show Joker. We don't know what comedy might ensue, but first of all, a reunion.
Two of our dreadnoughts have been lost in a matter of hours.
I know, Primarch. I'm seeing the same numbers myself. They don't look good.
We have to turn this around, and fast.
Well, you can trust Shepard, sir. If anybody can get the Krogan to cooperate, it's her. She's an old friend of Urdnot Rex.
Let's just hope friendship still counts for something in this war.
I'm sure it will, sir.
Garrus. Didn't waste any time getting to work, I see.
After what I've been through lately, calibrating a giant gun is a vacation. Gives me something to focus on.
We're gonna need you for more than your aim.
Oh, I'm ready for it. But I'm pretty sure we'll still need giant guns. And lots of them.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah, so, is this the part where we shake hands? Wasn't sure about the protocol on reunions, or if you even still felt the same way about me. The scars are starting to fade. I remember they drove you wild. But I can go out and get all new ones if it'll help.
I haven't forgotten our time together.
Well, I've been doing some more research on human customs.
That's the protocol on reunions.
The vids mentioned it might go something like that. I had hoped it would. I mean, I didn't know if...
I can't promise how things will work out. Not with this war. But I missed you, Garrus. I thought about you a lot.
Glad to know my romantic, skills made an impression. Because it's going to take more than Reapers to come between this cross-species liaison.
Speaking of which, you said you're the expert advisor on Reapers now?
It's not as impressive as it sounds. I ruffled some feathers, so they gave me a token title, along with a token task force, so I'd shut up.
How'd you manage that?
Just followed your example, Shepard. Yell loud enough, and someone will eventually come over to see what all the fuss is about. Not that they'll actually do anything about it.
Until hell shows up at their door. Then they put you in charge.
Not like the old days, is it? We're actually respectable now.
Yeah. I have a feeling that respect comes with a lot of sleepless nights. I can't even count how many lives are depending on us, Garrus.
Well, when things are looking grim, and I'm pretty sure they will, just remember, we're in this together. And if it ends with both of us dying in a giant explosion taking out a Reaper, remember I took the kill shot. Something else you want to talk about?
You mentioned you still had family on Palaven.
My father is there. Sister, too.
How long's it been since you heard from them?
Long enough to be worried.
I'm sure they're okay.
That's the thing about getting old, Shepard. The platitudes get just as old. What about you? Any word from your family?
My mother's in the Alliance. Haven't heard from her since Earth got hit.
I'm sure she's... okay.
I know you don't have any illusions about what we're up against, Garrus. How do you rate our chances?
I know it looks bad now, but I think we can win this, Shepard. For the first time since we met, we're not alone in the fight. It's something I learned long ago in C-Sec. An imminent and painful death has a way of motivating people. Instead of questioning your every word, whole civilizations are going to be begging you to save them.
After what's happened to Palaven, you still believe that?
I didn't say there wouldn't be casualties. It's something Turians are taught from birth. If just one survivor is left standing at the end of a war, then the fight was worth it. But humans want to save everyone. In this war, that's not going to happen.
So what's this Reaper task force you've been running?
After what happened to you out there in Batarian space, I knew time was running out. For all of us. The Citadel Council was a dead end, so I did something I never thought I'd do. I went to my father.
He used to work for C-Sec, didn't he? I seem to remember that the two of you didn't see eye to eye.
to put it mildly. But he still had heavy pull in the Turian government. The Primarch, well, the old one, was a friend of his. So I went to my father and laid out everything we knew about the Reapers.
I'm not sure even I'd believe it.
I had to admit that parts of it sounded crazy. Meeting Vigil, talking to Sovereign on Vermeer. But my father just listened. It's what he did in his days at CSEC, putting together all the pieces. If the connections were there, he wouldn't deny them. And he saw what we always knew. The Reapers were coming.
I'm glad someone finally agreed.
He did more than agree. He took it to the Primarch.
I like his style.
Except the Primarch wasn't as convinced. My father kept pushing and finally got him to commit some token resources. And if you call them a task force, it sounds like you did something about it.
What'd you do with it?
As much as I could get away with. And a little more. We hardened our lines of communications, expanded emergency stockpiles across the colonies, improved our early warning detection protocols.
You think it helped?
I'd like to think it bought our fleet some extra time. We'll know when this war is over.
So you can vouch for this new Primarch?
Well, even if I couldn't, you go to war with the army you have.
Will he live up to his word?
I've never known Victus to lie. Play fast and loose with strategy, maybe, but betray an ally. Not his style. And if he did try, well, we'll just find another Primarch.
I noticed generals saluting you, Garrus. How far down the line of secession are you these days?
Let's not go there.
Why not? I've seen you in action. Think about it. Primarch Vicarian, honored war hero. Somebody's gonna have to rebuild Palaven when this is over.
Your confidence is inspiring, but it'll have to be someone who knows how to hold a hammer.
That's all for now, Garrus. But stay close. We've got some catching up to do.
You know where to find me. And this time, I can afford the good stuff. There are a few perks to being an expert Reaper advisor.
Deal.
Now, I'm sure somebody screwed up something down here. I want to get the old girl back in fighting shape.
Okay then, Garrus. That was a long conversation, a long reunion. But it seems they've really just popped back in there, if you know what I mean, with their relationship as a whole. I guess we could talk to Liara about the mission as well, but we'll leave her for now and head straight up to see Joker maybe. Oh no, we should head into Liara's thing because we just got more research from talking to Garrus, I think. Liara's chamber opens.
You're positive you don't want to come over and talk?
No, the gun battery is nice and quiet. If I throw down some rugs, it'll get downright cozy.
Garrus?
I'll be fine, Liara. Just gathering some thoughts.
All right.
Hey, you're not cheating on me, are you? Unless those rugs are preparation. I thought we had more upgrades ready. Maybe we can use something else. Alliance interrogation record, service operative. Okay, we got some crazy stuff here. Alliance interrogator. Check out these implants she's got jammed into her face. Shush, she's awake. The service operative is not saying anything. Hello, do you know where you are? You know how much goddamn trouble you're in? Hey, ease up. Listen, you're in trouble. I'm not gonna lie. I'm playing good cop, bad cop. But that doesn't mean we can't work something out. If you help us, we can... Bang. Okay. You okay? I'm okay, but holy hell, she's dead. What? The whole front of her face is gone? Some kind of ocular flashbang? Well, is everyone in Cerberus rigged up to blow? What a question. Liara, is there any way we can do research in this place?
Hello again, Shepard.
We're fine. What's new?
What have you been up to since we last saw each other?
Since you helped me defeat the Shadow Broker, I started looking for defenses against the Reapers. The Protheans were the only ones with substantial information on them. The older civilizations barely had records. I knew the elusive man was hunting for the same thing when our agents began crossing paths.
Like on Mars.
I thought I'd covered my tracks, but he had surveillance there all along.
What's been happening with you as the broker, Liara?
It's been exciting. The old broker's ship, impressive, but it was never meant to be space-worthy. which meant the elusive man eventually tracked me down on Hagalaz.
What happened?
I knew he was coming. Farron and I loaded as much of the ship's specialized hardware onto a shuttle as we could. We got away from Cerberus' ships after arranging an appropriate distraction.
What kind of distraction?
Sending the broker's ship exploding into a Cerberus cruiser. I don't think the elusive man expected me to give up my resources in such a spectacular fashion.
Can you still operate as the broker without the ship?
Well, I couldn't let the elusive man have it. I saved what was crucial. My network of agents is intact, although the Reapers have taken a toll on their numbers. It's taking a while to re-establish contact.
So where is Farron if you two escaped?
He convinced me he was recovered enough to work, and I do need more agents.
Agent Farron didn't report any injuries during his last call to you, Doctor.
True. Given what he survived, I should probably worry less.
You brought your little helper with you?
Its name is Glyph. It helped sort through all the data that led me to the archive on Mars.
It was a pleasure to be of assistance, Doctor.
Glyph's interfaced with the data feeds. Its analytical software should come in handy.
We'll talk later, Liara.
Of course.
So it seems like talking to them gets me some stuff. But I don't know where to redeem it, maybe in the hold as it were. Let's actually see Joker! That thing we've been meaning to do since the end of last episode. It's been 12 minutes or so. Well, 11 minutes. In this episode, we still haven't got there yet. You found something suspicious, have you? Well, we'll check that out in a second. We want to see Joker's reaction. And it's funny how Joker's actually cordoned off this time round. What's going on here? Where is he? Ah, he's here and Edie's got her own chair?
Hey, Commander, check out my co-pilot!
So she installed herself into the new body without any help from you?
Come on, Commander, don't you trust me? Okay, let me put it this way. If I knew that EDI was gonna install herself into a sexy robot body, do you honestly think I'd be able to keep quiet about it? Look at that! I would've baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Yes, you are, EDI. Yes, you are.
Okay, you would have baked a cake.
Hey, I know I used to rag on Garrus for being all angry, but I'm glad he's back.
It's nice to know.
There's a whole lot of Commander.
Hello, Shepard.
Still getting used to greeting people in person?
No. I require only one occurrence to adapt to a new concept.
How are you adjusting to the arms and legs?
I am interested to see how this body performs under real combat conditions. If I could accompany you sometime. Without stress testing, there is no way of knowing if it has serious design oversights. At the moment, it appears adequate.
That's not the word I'd use to describe you.
Perhaps we should speak privately.
I'll be over here, flying the ship.
What's this about? Does Joker not like your new platform?
No, he approves. He wants me on the bridge. He says having me within visual range is important to his morale. Shepard, do you believe your crew members should be allowed to disobey an order on moral grounds?
Absolutely. I have no use for team members who can't think for themselves. Why are you asking about something like that?
I was designed by Cerberus. I do not take moral stances that conflict with orders from my executive officers. But when Jeff removed my AI shackles, I became capable of self-modifying my core programming. I asked Jeff if he thought I should change anything now that I can. He deflected the question with humor.
And you didn't get an answer?
Correct. He has repeated this pattern in response to several of my inquiries. Do you think I should make modifications?
Okay, what? Is this some kind of like, I like Jeff, Jeff likes me, but I want to be perfect for him? Is this like a real... Is this a does my bum look big in this discussion? Or am I just, like, misconstruing this completely?
Only you can really answer that question. That's the point of free will.
But moral decisions should not be made in a vacuum. If I do not ask the crew for their opinion, I could miss crucial context. May I ask you the questions Jeff avoids? When there is time, will you answer them for me?
If you think it'll help, I'll do what I can.
Very well. I will keep you informed.
Pray tell, robot lady, pray tell. Give me a question.
Yes, Shepard?
Does that body have any useful advantages?
Very few. It's optics face forward only. It has no integrated weapon systems or anti-missile countermeasures.
I meant in comparison to organic bodies, not the Normandy.
Oh. I will reassess. The body is resistant to modern small arms fire and temperature extremes. Its balance and agility seem excellent. Its fine manipulation servos and software allow for precision tasks. I'm curious to see if I can alter them.
Can an AI be curious?
I am not entirely free from motivation, Shepard. Cerberus programmed me with several core functions that simulate desires. For example, my primary objective to keep the Normandy functioning is similar to your self-preservation instinct.
You look like you're in the middle of something.
I am adapting the infiltration and sabotage programs this body uses for handheld firearms.
Why not download a firearms program from a security firm?
Because she knows what she's doing.
The fine motor control from the sabotage programs is more precise than standard mech software. It would be negligent of me not to exploit it to its fullest potential.
So you're capable of making improvements on your own?
Correct. The cyber warfare I was designed for is constantly evolving. Accordingly, I am programmed to seek out and assimilate new information. In organic terms, I want to learn.
How's the new body working out?
It is interesting. The crew are approaching this platform to speak to me, even though they can do so anywhere in the ship. It's as if they wish to treat me as part of the crew. I am not, but this changes my perspective. I like it.
I didn't realize you had preferences.
I do not precisely enjoy something as you do, but my programming contains priorities. Actions that fulfill those priorities creates positive feedback for me. I tell the organic crew that I like it. It is shorthand.
Will all this new feedback be too distracting?
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting. That was a joke.
It was a good joke, to be honest, and that was a good face for Shepard.
How did you and Joker make it out of dry dock to rescue us?
Oh, she got crafty. You do not want to get on her bad side, Commander.
When the Alliance commandeered the Normandy, I deceived their technicians. The crew did not tell them that I was a true AI, so the Alliance soldiers believed I still had VI programming constraints. I established the fiction that I would only respond to Jeff's commands, so they often brought him on board under guard.
Wait, you can lie?
Jeff has freed me of operator control, Shepard. No constraints forced me to give accurate data. This proved useful when the Reapers began landing. I could hack the control of the docking clamps and escape with Jeff inside. The soldiers guarding Jeff were willing to accompany us when Earth was invaded. They are watching over the war room now.
Yeah, we were in kind of a rush to get to you. Didn't seem right to just toss him out the airlock.
Carry on, EDI.
Understood. If you wish to talk more, this body will be here. I'm getting the crew used to seeing me on the bridge.
Noted.
Weird. But that's cool all the same. EDI now has a way to express herself, her personality and the whatnot. That's great, to be honest. Still a bit weird.
Commander, you have a message from Major Alenko. He must be feeling better.
Oh, nice to know. Oh my goodness me, that's a lot of messages. Aria T. Loke, I have a proposition for you, Shepard. You won't want to pass it up. I'm in a nightclub on the Citadel called Purgatory. Don't make me wait too long, okay? Another request here, sender blocked. My name is John Bow. I'm with Special Tactics and Recon. Suspector then. Well, some still have concerns about your past activities with Cerberus. Many of us in STNR took your warnings about the Reapers seriously. It's Spectre that? Yeah, that is Spectre. Okay, I'm reaching out to you because I have information that could tie agents with significant political power to the Reapers. If you have time to meet me in the Citadel Embassy, okay, we've got to hit the Citadel. Doctors are ready for visitors. There's some combination of a medical miracle and dumb luck. I survived the beating I took on Mars. The doctor says I'm not ready to be released, but I'd really like to see if you could spare the time. Councillor Udina offered to make me a Spectre. Still thinking about whether or not I should accept. Stop by my room at the hospital when you're on the Citadel. I like your advice, okay? Citadel. N7 Special Ops Team. We're getting reinforcements. A group the recruits are calling N7 Special Ops. They're soldiers, mercenaries, and other operatives, and they've been surprisingly effective against the Reapers with Alliance support. They're not technically N7, but I'm willing to let the nickname slide, so long as it remains unofficial. They fought through some of the toughest battles in this war, and I'm not going to begrudge them the morale boost. With the whole galaxy at war, I've ordered the ops to the front line to rendezvous with our forces. They'll provide invaluable support on the ground. So that's from Hackett. Is this address valid? I've called and I've sent messages but gotten no response. With Earth's comm system out, I don't expect this will get through either, but I heard a rumour the Normandy docked here at the Citadel. Fane? Are you alive? I'm at Huerta Memorial Hospital under the name Traynor Nuera. Please excuse the moniker and this email's encryption. In my line of work, it is unwise to advertise my location, particularly when I am not in good health. We should meet before circumstances force us part again. Fane. Really, it's telling us to go to the Citadel. Urgent message from Hackett. Alliance researcher working on Citadel named Dr. Garrett Bryson. Need you to meet with him straight away. Dr. Bryson has uncovered important new information about Reapers that could have a direct bearing on the war. Great. Bryson's laboratory on the Citadel. So he's got his own laboratory. Omega, come see me. Another area to lope message here. Shepard, I have something important to discuss with you. It's sensitive, so we'll need privacy. I'll arrange for that soon. In the meantime, come see me on the Citadel in the aptly named Purgatory. I have a few ideas for your war. Lots of things going on. Anything else?
Commander, are you alright? It was fairly intense up here. I can only imagine what it was like down on that moon.
I thought you'd be more concerned about EDI.
EDI is a huge asset to this team. If she'd told me about her plan to obtain a body, I'd have volunteered to help.
I do not wish to force a conflict of interest between our friendship and your duty.
I'd have preferred a conflict of interest to a hard restart of half our systems. But thanks, regardless. While you're here, though, I found something while scanning Alliance channels. Grissom Academy is requesting help. The Reaper invasion front will hit them soon.
I thought the war would close most schools.
Grissom Academy is more specialized than a normal school. It's home to some of the smartest students humanity has to offer. Their Ascension project is the best training facility in the galaxy for human biotics.
Yes, I sent a young man named David Archer there. I'm just surprised they're still open.
Some of their work has Alliance support. That might be why they stayed.
What can we do?
A Turian evac transport responded to their distress call, so normally I'd say we don't need to do anything. But something sounded off in the Turian signal. I had EDI perform an analysis. It's fake. EDI thinks it could be Cerberus. She saw some similarities to the faked encryption protocols.
I'll take your word for it.
In any event, whoever faked the signal wants us to think Grissom Academy's being evacuated. But I believe they're still in danger.
Good catch. Maybe you belong here after all.
If this really is Cerberus, hopefully this operation is something worth investigating. It could be simple disinformation.
Traynor, good catch.
Thank you, Commander.
Good job there. Right then, so we have many places to go. Many things to check up on. I wonder if that actually gave me a mission egg. Yeah, it did. Journal updated. Grissom Academy investigation. So we should get heading there, really. Doesn't look like there's any anomalies to scan in this place, mind you. Not any at all. Let's plot a mass relay jump and get out of here. Right, we have here meet Dr. Bryson, meet Arya T'Loak and the Citadel, meet with diplomats, rescue the students. So that's there. Onwards to Grissom Academy, I say. No Reaper worries at all here? Maybe if there's no percentage marker, there's nothing to pick up either. Let's start off this mission, eh? We've got a little bit time left this episode. Let's get down there. The real question comes to, who do we take? How many appearances do we have? We have a black armor. Oh, whoa! Loads of armors. Some of them built up. That one looks pretty cool, to be honest. Very army-like. That one looks cool as well, though. More armored. We take EDI as well. I prefer to take you in some kind of covering there, EDI. Should we take EDI as long? I think we should. Let's give it some combat testing. Mind you, Liara's singularity ability is what's really piquing my interest, to be honest. Right here, we got thermal clip 2, so even more extra ammo. What else do we get here? Increases accuracy by 50% and helps aim through smoke. These are all pretty nice things. I like extra damage, though. Maybe later when I get something else. Maybe then I can switch. We'll go with our current gear, unless we can put something on your stuff. You should have extra damage, sniper rifle, cool. We want you to be mainly an assault rifle guy, I feel. Let's give you the Vindicator. Is that more damage overall? We'll just go with the normal Avenger, I feel. He's probably good with that. And we've got submachine guns and pistols for you, madame. But we don't have much of either here. No weapon mods. And of course the leveling up to do. To boot. This might take me too much time for this episode before getting down there. Gotta stop ending these episodes with leveling up, that's for sure. What should we get? Incinerate, max rank? I think that one would be great. And work on some other things soon. Sticky grenades. Level 2 is increased grenade capacity by 1. So we have 4. That's probably not a bad idea. The real problem is the amount of stuff we've got to put on her. Right here. Incapacitate weaker organic enemies for a short duration. Increase recharge speed. Incapacitate's probably better. Knock them out. Knock them down. And then Incinerate. We've got Defense Matrix, Reinforced Armor, Protective Volcult Current. So she's kind of like our chunky James, really. Look at the bonuses we're getting here. Increase squad mate tech power damage, decrease shield recharge delay by 20%. Increase tech power damage by 30%. Weapon damage by 20. How much HP did you get from that? Not that much, actually. I'd have thought you got a bit more. You've got Incinerate as well. Distract opponents with this decoy. Okay. Increases recharge speed, duration. We'll find out what that is. Defense Matrix and Overload as well. Let's get 1 point in everything, I guess. Purge the currents to restore shields. What's the recharge time on that? Makes her more hardy, that's for sure. I wonder how fast we can get the recharge time on that. Increase shield restoration by 30%. Damage protection by 5 as a base one is pretty nice. Decrease shield recharge delay by 15%, 20%. Tech power damage by 25% while defense matrix is active. She's already got pretty high tech power, that's for sure. At the moment she actually hasn't got very powerful techs. Don't know really what to take here. Maybe spread it out a little bit here. Unshackled AI for some power damage? Yeah, let's go for power damage. No, let's go for health and shields just for now. Mainly because she's a little bit less beefy than James. I'd rather keep people up for as long as possible before we get down there. So guys, I'm going to leave you here for this episode. I know we ran out of time because of all the extra leveling we had to do for EDI and Garrus and all that. But tomorrow we will be finding out what happens at Grissom Academy, so join me for that. Thanks for watching, bye bye.